welcome to another episode of the Top Shooters Podcast. Right here on all your favorite podcast players, as well as the Garage Hustle YouTube channel. It is a Monday Market Talk episode coming at you on a Monday. It's your boy Big Head Benny. Big Duke, what's going on in Fort Collins today?
Yeah, not much. Just dealing with the remnants of the storm. We got about 18 inches of snow over the weekend. So off work today on a Monday since it's a snow day, and what better way to spend it than jumping on the podcast and doing some Monday market talk with you.
I know. It feels weird that we're not hammering down some beers doing this at about 11 o'clock at night. I know for you it's like 10 o'clock at night. But yeah, these Monday, I think last Monday I did a market talk episode when I was off during the day. Monday's my off day again this week. So it's outside of our normal time slot. That's for sure.
Yeah, it feels weird doing it during the day. That's for sure. But yeah,
seeing
at least we're getting the content
in the background.
Yeah.
But no, it's all good. So we're talking the market today, NBA Top Shot World. The NBA is back. It's nice after the All-Star break. The boys are back. We're seeing some big dunks. I even heard a broadcaster last night after Anthony Edwards hit a little shimmy step back in Carmelo's face. He said, "That's a top shot highlight. That's a moment." I'm like, no, it's just nice that the NBA is back.
Yeah, it's just a shame that the Wolves came back with a win over the Blazers the first game.
The Edwards, he's not looking quite as bad as everybody thought right at the beginning. Got a little bit of a slow start, but I
thought he was good at the beginning. I traded Zach LaVine for him in our fantasy league.
And then dropped him.
I did drop
gave him away. Yeah, no, there's just a lot of interesting players. I know that Edwards in this rookie class, you have the ups and downs. I was even looking through the Top Shot Twitter the other day. Somebody that had bought Edwards talking about him as a good flipping opportunity. Well, he's had 2 games in a row. Last night, he goes and hits a 3 in Carmelo's face and starts doing his 3-point celebration. He went off for a career high, like 30-plus last night against the Blazers. So he's one player who would have been a good flipping opportunity over the last week and over the All-Star break, and we've really seen his stock go up. Any other players that you've been keeping an eye on at all?
Not really. No, just the ones that I own, which don't seem to be doing much rising at all. They're staying pretty stagnant. That's for sure.
So you were flipping some pieces this week. You were talking about some flips with some of these challenge pieces. Is that right?
Yeah, so I ended up obviously getting Siakam in the pack, which was super handy because obviously he has instant value being a part of that challenge. The challenge pieces started around 50. I ended up getting DeRozan for 55. And then now most of them are sitting around sort of high 60s. So I did end up getting Bam at 69. I thought maybe that was too late, just listed it at about 78 just in case, see what happens. And today someone actually got it, even though his lowest ask is still around 68, 69. Someone took that 78. It was a low serial. That definitely does help sometimes though too.
Yeah, so I just have the market cap up here. You can tell the market is down. I know that the marketplace is open right now. You're just not seeing as many transactions going on. Now's a great buying opportunity. I think over the next week, we're going to see this really go up. Again, this is for those of you watching on YouTube. Like so far today, over the last 2 days, we're doing about 4 million, right around 4 million a day in transactions, where we've seen upwards of, last week up to 14 and a one-day high total, which was back in late February of 46 million. So we're at the lowest, one of the lower points of this graph here for those watching on YouTube, meaning that the market is pretty much at an all-time low right now, especially with more moments coming out and there being more pieces on the market. You look at $4 million spent on so many different more moments today. The marketplace is down. Everybody's saying now's a great time to buy, and I agree. I think that now is the time to buy. If you got that stimmy, use a couple $100 out of that to grab a couple moments, and let us know what you have. Michael, have you got your stimmy yet? Your old stimulus check?
I don't know. My wife handles all the finances. She hasn't said anything, so maybe we do. She's just not letting me know. So
when you do get it, she's not telling you.
Exactly. So we might have had it weeks ago, and she's not telling me. But no, I think from what I heard, it's due to come out this week, so it should either be today or tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah, a
I
lot of people have
think
already got it.
last time it hit us pretty early.
A lot
Yeah.
of yeah, for you guys, I see early. Well, your thoughts on the market then going on this week? I know that there's a potential of a pack drop going on this week as well.
Yeah, I think they're still rumoring Thursday. So I don't know what that will do for the market from now until then. People might just be pretty content to wait until that pack drop comes out on Thursday. So the market may not really change from now until then, which is a bit annoying. But hopefully, as you said, a few stimulus checks go in and people get a bit more courageous and make a few more sales to drive it up and get something happening out there.
Yeah, I feel like over the course of the week that we're going to see the market continue to go down. Like we said before, pack drops, the market always decreases. Then after pack drops, people have that dapper balance they were hoping for to use on a pack and didn't get one. They don't want that. Just it's in their dapper. They might as well go buy something. So I think that now is the time to buy if you have some pieces or anything and you wanted to put in $100 or something now and buy up some moments. You could even flip them on Friday, Saturday when people have some more money in their pockets, and that pack drop has already come and gone. They already have the dapper balance for flippers, and I think everybody could be a flipper of even small pieces. Now is a good time to buy. Sell it at the end of the week. Make yourself some extra cash for some dapper balance for some of those nicer pieces with lower serial numbers.
What pieces would you be targeting though, Benny?
Yeah, so I mean, it's up to you. It's really, I think the whole market right now is down. I was just kind of taking a look at some of these different pieces on the market right now. I know when we had talked about this last week, I was really high on the Series 1, and I would avoid that here if you're looking for a flip. I know right now, if you look at, I can show what I own currently. It's still just the two pieces. These are long term pieces right here. These are Series 1. They don't have a whole lot of popularity right now just because people are wanting what's new, what's, the newer series in Series 2. So these Series 1 are good long term holds over the course of the Top Shot landscape, over the course of the next few years. Those Series 1 are going to really hold their value. Some of these newer pieces, the Series 2, the Commons, from the last pack drop, you're looking at Seeing Stars stuff like that. That's all going to have great value. What I look for is the listings right now with those. So I have for those watching on YouTube, I have the marketplace pulled up here. If you go through some of these pieces and you see, 1,100 listings on something, that's going to be harder for it to move. If you can find something with, even if it has a higher pop count and it has lower listings for sale, that means that it has a chance to move more. So really take a look at the listings, find yourself a player who you like, somebody who maybe you're going to be watching this week with the NBA back, and grab that moment, and then flip it on, after if they have a couple of good games. But really, I think the market right now is going to be low. We're going to see an increase over the next few days. Any thoughts on any of that there, Michael? Are you targeting any pieces or anything?
Um, Not really. I mean, I do have a pretty solid dapper balance at the moment, just from cleaning out what I got from those recent packs.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely could get active and target something, but it's hard to know. I have, I mean, if you pull up that spreadsheet, you'll see I did take a George Hill series 1 and flip that pretty quickly. But the thing with that one I noticed was that the lowest listing, I think I got it for 115 maybe. Is that what it says?
Yeah, you got it for like 111 or 105 and sold it for 111.
Yeah, so sold it for 118 or something with all the fees. So with that one, it was showing as the lowest price being that 105 or whatever it was, and it was $10 less than the next one. So obviously that was a huge increase just straight off the bat. And then the second thing I looked at with that one was I bought it for 108 or whatever I paid, and the guy before me paid $180 for it. So obviously it was worth something once upon a time. So I figured, hey, grab it, see what happens in the next few days. It didn't even last that long. I put it up for that 120 or whatever it was with the fees, and it went within a couple of hours. So sometimes that sort of presents itself. In hindsight, I probably should have put it a little higher and seen what happened with that, since there was not many listings, like you said, and it was a lot under the lowest listing to begin with. So those are very good opportunities when you get that big gap between the lowest price and the next lowest price, but also when there's not as many listings. If a couple other people buy it, then suddenly yours is now worth a lot more than what you paid. So that's definitely something to target, is the lack of listings that are with each moment.
Yeah, I agree. I think that gap is huge. If you see, that's what they call snipers. You can snipe that piece. If some idiot lists it for $100 and they just want a quick $100, well, the next moment is 125. Then
Mm,
boom, that 100 goes off the market. The market ask is now 125. You could instantly sell that for a 25% profit or somewhere abouts. I'm not a
yeah.
math major, but I know that's kind of what it looks like you were doing here for some nice $3 flips.
Send
I'm
it to my
waiting for the
bank account,
day
and
that we can have like a Dapper debit card. So like you can
there you go.
just take that balance and start swiping it. You know that there's going to be a day soon where
That's
all
probably
your, I
true.
mean, Venmo has it, PayPal cards have it. The
Yeah,
Dapper debit card is what I want. The cryptocurrency debit cards. So when you do have
yeah.
that $3 flip, it can be a nice tendy flip. Go get yourself some chicken tenders and
Yeah,
a
well, you can
nice
actually
cold
get
froth
something.
when
We
you
can get something for it, because at the moment you can't get any money out of there. So no, I didn't take it down to the local Macca's and grab some nuggets. It's just building the stockpile. Like I said, the Dapper balance has increased. It's starting to get pretty fat. So all these little $3, $4 flips definitely help, and just kind of build it that way. But some of them are snipes. Some of them just get a bit lucky. Still wouldn't say I know exactly what I'm doing, but like to think I'm getting the hang of it. And yeah, just
yeah.
looking for those, like you said, looking for those opportunities where there's a snipe, there's a gap there, or the moment was overpriced once upon a time, and you're buying it at a lot cheaper than the guy before you. So just looking
Sure.
at those sorts of things.
Yeah, well, moral of the story is buy, buy, buy. Get that stimmy, put it into the Top Shot balance. We talked about that chart. Right now, the market is down. Moments, a lot of people are selling with the new packs coming out. So now's a great time to buy. You can sell it again later this week and make yourself some money. Michael, any final thoughts for the people listening/watching?
Well, I just had a question for you, Benny. Do you
Yeah,
think, with obviously with all that's going on with the March Madness at the moment, like obviously college basketball's in
yeah.
full swing, do you think Top Shot would ever start bringing in college player moments, or even players that are in the NBA now, some throwbacks to when they were in college? Do you think college has a place in NBA Top Shot?
Yeah, the opportunities are endless. I think that I don't know if it would be under NBA Top Shot just because of licensing issues, but couldn't you see how much the NCAA likes money? Couldn't you see NCAA doing the same form of this in having their own moments and having NCAA Top Shot or even linking the two? I mean, I could definitely see that happening. This could be another way for players to really cash in on their
Yeah,
name. But
well,
that's a
just with
great point.
that's
That's a great
yeah,
point,
that's
Sam.
what I was thinking with the obviously the rule that changed on January 1st. Now that they can be endorsed and things, could Top Shot endorse them and throw them in there? Like, is that the next step?
Yeah, I think it's got a long way to go before something like that happens. But man, you look at how much money that's getting thrown into the NCAA this year. They didn't
Mm.
have it last year, and everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna get it this year." Those guys don't give a shit. You get to the end of it, and it is $1 billion check. Like they are gonna
Yeah,
get to the end. There's so much money to be made. So I think Top Shot, or this having your own sort of currency, you call Top Shot, I call it almost like an NBA currency. I think that's going to come to all the different sports and eventually trickle down to the NCAA. So
yeah.
is that what you kind of would think?
Yeah, no, I definitely do. Which sport would you think would be next to take this on and do
Mm-hmm.
something similar?
The NFL. Yeah,
The
the
NFL?
NFL and NBA seem to be the most two correlated. Baseball heads are kind of older. It's a much older fan base, right now. That the NBA is definitely the most forward thinking,
Yeah,
followed then by the NFL with a little bit of a younger fan base. The MLB fan base is more so, older white dudes. Not and it's diverse, but for the most part, it's just people who are a little bit older. It doesn't quite curtail to that younger crowd. So I think NFL will follow suit soon.
do you think the NFL is just sitting there at the moment thinking, shit, how do we do this? How can we match it? Like, we're
Oh,
missing out.
totally. Yeah. Well, look at the money. I mean, we pulled up that spreadsheet.
Yeah,
They did
yeah.
$46 million in a day. You look at 5% of that, they're making 5% of everything. I mean, that's going to the players, that's going to these owners, and it's not like that there's 5% the only cost. to these people is for them to have the servers and their employees. It's not like there's a transfer of
Mm,
goods. Example,
exactly.
you go and order a shirt or a jersey from an NFL team. I mean, they have to produce it, they have to ship it. There is a cost of goods. What is the cost of goods of me selling you a moment and you selling it back to me and me selling it to some guy in Hawaii and he's selling it to his buddy? There's just,
Yeah.
5% of passive income for the NBA.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the NFL would be looking at this and how well it's doing and think how can they cash in and do something
Yeah,
similar.
it's coming. It's sure coming. No, those are great questions. Anything else before we sign it off here, Big Duke? You get better take your ass outside and go scoop some of that snow up, huh?
Oh, I was just actually watching a Toyota 4Runner just went past. A few cars have got stuck out there today, but they made it through fine. So perhaps conditions are improving. It is sunny, so maybe some of that snow is melting. But yeah, just to give you the snow update, the 4Runner got through unscathed. They did have quite a bit of pace on them though. They were plowing through there. So
I didn't want you to have to get out there and push them out, but
well, there's been a few stuck, and I haven't got out and pushed anyone yet. So I'll just watch from the window.
all right, that is going to do it with no further ado. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you give us some
Yeah.
loves on the socials. You can find us on Instagram. Michael's been running that. Again, Twitter. We're going to have a Discord coming this week. Again, 5-star reviews are much appreciated. Give us some loves on those socials.
Check
In the
the mic and make
meantime,
sure it sound right, boys.